प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद से अद्वैत गदाधर शिवास आदि गौर भक्तवृंद श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिवर्धन की जय, वृंदावन धाम की जय, नवद्वीप धाम की जय, स्वामी दो भक्तवृंद की जय, गंगा माई की जय, जमुना माई की जय, तुलसी देवी की जय, भक्ति देवी की जय, स्वामी दो भक्तवृंद की जय। All glories to the Assembly. All glories to the Assembly. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. This morning's Bhagavatam class is 6-130 Honolulu. Again, 6-130 Honolulu.
Translation. My dear King, the order carriers of Vishnu, the Vishnu Dutas, immediately arrived when they heard the holy name of their master from the mouth of the dying Ajamil, who had certainly chanted without offense because he had chanted in complete anxiety.
Nishammam Priyamanasya Mugato Harikirtanam Bhartundam Maharaja Pasada Sahasapatan. So, this is the benefit of chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Both the order carriers of Jamaraj and order carriers of Lord Vishnu, they are everywhere. Just like the police is everywhere. But as soon as you call them from the police station, they immediately inform the patrol police on the car and immediately comes. If there is such material arrangement within the government, how much nice arrangement is there in the supreme governments. So, we have to practice this, that Hare Krishna Mahamantra, if we practice, there is chance at the time of death repeating the same thing, Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So immediately you are safe not to go to the Jamamandiram. The powerful name, holy name, is as good as the Supreme Personality of God. There is no difference, absolute. Absolute means, just like here, I simply chant mango, mango, mango. There is no mango. Mango is different from the name mango. If I want to eat mango, the substance mango I must have. So there is difference between the name and the substance. That is material, duality. But in the absolute world, that is means there is no duality. The name mango and mango the same. This requires advanced knowledge. So there is no difference between Krishna, the name, and Krishna, the person. There is no difference. Otherwise, this is practical. You are chanting Hare Krishna, 24 hours you can chant, you will never feel tired. But if you chant any other thing, Tavisi tava kripa bhagavan mamapi duddaiva idrisamiha janina nula. God realization, the faithless atheist classes say, there is no God. But let him chant the God's holy name. he will see God. There is no difficult process of, in the Kali Yuga especially, this is a special prerogative of this age, because God realization is very, very difficult for them. But if they take advantage of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy, it is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy, it is perpetual. Not that because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has introduced the Sankirtan movement, therefore the name is as good as the person. No, it is always. The name Narayana or Krishna, the name of the Supreme Lord, is as good as this. That is always. But in this age especially, it has got special potential. That is because we are all very, very fallen souls. The child, we are very, very fallen souls. We cannot do anything. It is very, very difficult. Although at any time, as it is said before, Kevalaya Bhakta, Kechit Kevalaya Bhakta, Vasudeva Paraya. Simply by bhakti, devotional service, one can become liberated from all contamination. That's a fact, especially in this age. Otherwise, why the Europeans and Americans, they will join this movement and chant if there is no effective measure, why they are not fools as they are educated, they are coming from respectable family. It is not that we are befooling them, we chant Hare Krishna terms. No. They are feeling ecstasy. That's a fact. Not blindly they are doing. Not only in one place, hundreds of centers. Why? That is the effect of chanting. If you chant, you get the effect. Because the holy name and the Supreme Lord has no difference. That is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Nam Namakari Bhulanadina. God has many names. It is not that you have to chant only Krishna. No. If you have got any other name of God, must be God's name. But they do not believe in God. Generally they think there is no God, or if there is God, God is dead, or something like that. And I don't think there is any definitive name in any other religious system. It is only in the Vedic system there is name. So anyway, if somebody thinks that this Krishna is Indian name, why shall I chant Krishna? But you chant any other name, but it must be God's name. Then it will be effective. Just like immediately he chanted Narayana. Not that one has to chant Krishna. Narayana will do, Govinda will do. It must be God's name. Because God and God's name, there are Sahasra, 1,000 Vishnu's Sutra. God has many names, hundreds and thousands. So any name you prefer, you chant, you get it. This is the person. God, actually, he has no name. No matter how many names he will remember. But his names are given according to his activities. Krishna is the best name. Why? That Krishna means all attract. This name can attract everyone. This is the most perfect. Although God has many names, out of many names, the Krishna name is Mukha, or the primary. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has introduced Krishna name Krishna Varnam, Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's identification is given in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Krishna Varnam, Krishnam Varnayati iti Krishna Varnam. He's always chanting Krishna. He's Krishna. Krishna Varnam Tisha Akrishnam. The incarnation of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is described in the 11th canto, perhaps 5th chapter. He is described, he is recommended in the Shastra. In the Kali Yuga, this incarnation, this form of God should be worshipped. What is that? That is here. Krishna Varnam Tisha Krishna. He is always chanting Krishna. And he is Krishna. He belongs to the category of Krishna, Krishna Varnam. Krishna Varnam Tisha Krishna. But in this age, his bodily complexion is not blackish. Yellowish. Krishna Varnam Tisha Krishna. Sangapanga Saparsadam, accompanied by associates. Just like there is Nityananda, there is Advaita, there is Gadadhar. So Sangapanga Saparsadam. Astra. Astra means weapon. So Sangapanga, because when God incarnates, he has got two businesses. Paitrana sadhunam vinasaya duskita. So, one business is to give protection to the devotee and to annihilate the duskita, those who are sinful. So for annihilating, it requires weapon. Shankha Chakra Gada Padma. Lord Ramchandra has got bows and arrows, and Krishna has got Sudarshan Chakra. But here it is said Sango Upanga Astra. What is that Astra? Weapon. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has no Astra. But seemingly there is no. But this is the Astra. This Harisankirtan. This is Astra. In the Kali Yuga, there is no profit by killing them. They are already killed. So therefore this is the Astra. To kill the miscreants, this is Astra, this is Harisankirtan. If they simply chant Hare Krishna, this is Astra that will kill all their sinful reaction of life. They will become devotee. This is Astra. Now it is not required, the bows and arrow, or because they are already dead. Because they have no conception of God. Simply fighting how to avoid God. This is the business. It is very difficult to convince them about the existence of God. They are saying every moment there is existence of God, but they are so stubborn, so much bewildered by Maya, they will not. So under the circumstances, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is therefore called Namo Mahavadana, most magnificent incarnation. Why? Krishna Prema Pradayate. Even without understanding Krishna, simply by chanting Hare Krishna mantra, they become ecstatic for love of Krishna. This is Chaitanya. But it is. No qualification. But if he simply chants Hare Krishna mantra, he will be ecstatic. Krishna Prema Pradayate. To understand Krishna is very difficult. Manusthanam sahasreshu kaschid jatati siddha. Out of many millions of persons, one is endeavoring to make his life perfect. But they do not know what is perfection of life. So, jatataamapi siddhyanam. Siddhi means to understand that I am not this body. I don't belong to this material world. That is Siddhi. Siddhi. Everyone is under the impression that I am this world. I am Indian, I am American, I am Hindu, I am Muslim, I am Christian. Bodily, upadhi, designation. He does not become free from the designation. The other day you were talking on Mr. Huxley, I think. He was talking of philosophy, but he was saying, as an Englishman, I do this like that. So that bodily concept of life is there, although he is philosopher. What kind of philosophy? Philosophy begins when there is no more bodily concepts. That is here, sarvapādhi vinirmuktam tatparatina nirvalam. So this kind of philosophy has no meaning. Because how a dog can become philosopher? That is not possible. A human being can become philosopher. But so long I am in the bodily concept of life, I am in the line of cats and dogs. So how you can become philosopher? There is no question of it. But they are philosophizing, means bluffing a similar man, and he is thinking, I believe. You believe or not believe, the law will go on. So everyone is proposing, I believe. That's why the government law is there, that if you do this, you will be punished. Like this. That is government law. Suppose you have stolen something, committed theft, you must be punished by 6 months imprisonment. So you believe or not believe, the law will act. If you say in the court, I believe, now what is the meaning of your belief? There is no question of belief. Law is law. Ignorance is no excuse. If you go in the court and you are punished, so if you say, my Lord says, I believe like this, I will not be punished. So you are punishing me. So there is no excuse. You believe or not believe, the law is law. So similarly, these philosophers, theorizing so many I believe, this thing will not do. This thing will not do. That is simply waste of time. You must know there is God. How you can deny it? There is supreme power. I am being controlled every moment. Who wants to die? And who is forcing me to die? How you can deny the superior power? I do not want to become old man, and superior power forcing me. You must become old man. So long there is force behind you, you have to act according to that. Where is your so-called belief or independence? That is foolishness. That is foolishness. But they have no brain. That I am being kicked, I am being enforced to do something, and still I am thinking independent, I believe. What is the meaning of your belief? There is no question. This is foolishness. Our Krishna consciousness movement is just to educate man that you believe or not believe, it doesn't matter. There is God. There is the proprietor, but he is coming personally and he is saying, Bhutaram Jagadam Sam Sarvarupa Maheswaram Suidam Sarvabhuta. I am the proprietor, I am the enjoyer, and I am everyone's friend. If you want to be delivered from this miserable condition of material life, I am your best friend. Suidam Sarvabhutana, Krishna. Because he is the father, Who can be better friend than the father? Huh? Father always wants to see that my son is happy. And that is natural. There is no begging, Father be kind upon me. No, Father is already kind. But if you revolt against the Father, then you suffer. Similarly, God is our Father, God is our friend, natural. And He says that Sridhamma Sarup, all Bija Pada Pita are the seed, not only for the human being, all species of life, they are living entities. According to their karma, they have got different dresses. Just like we have got in this meeting different dresses. So every one of us, human being, the dress may be different. That is another thing. Similarly, the living entity, he is part and parcel of God. But someone has become human being, someone has become cat, someone has a tree, someone has become insect, someone has demigod, someone has Brahma, someone has varieties. See, because they wanted to become like that and God has given him the chance. All right, you want to become like this and enjoy life, already become like this. So, this is the arrangement. The God is there. And He is everyone's father, He is everyone's friend. He is always ready. He is coming personally to canvas. He is so kind. Just here, immediately, Nishamma Mriyamanasya Mukata Harikirtanam. Bhaktivedanta Maharaja Parsada Savasapata. God has sent so many other carriers. Just see if one is inclined to come to me. Just see. As soon as they other carriers, they are traveling everywhere. Here is a person chanting Narayan. Come on, take him. Just see. Here is a person who is chanting Narayana. Here. Bhaktivedanta Maharaja. Nishammo. Oh, this is wonderful. He's chanting Narayana. Immediately. And Jamadutas were there. Who are you? Disturbing him. Stop. So take this chance of chanting Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, you are always safe. The Jamadutas, the order carriers of Jamadutas will not be able to touch you. It is so efficient. So take this opportunity. Chanting Hare Krishna, I'm very glad that you are doing. But be very strict, sincerely chant. Your life is safe. Your next life is safe. Everything is all right. Thank you very much.
Gauranga. Okay. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshta Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Timine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatta Deshtrine Vanchakalpaturubhasya kripasindhuvacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Okay, have some short discussion to see how much we have been spacing out. I tried to be attentive because I was taking notes, otherwise I wouldn't remember much also, to be honest. If somebody would pick me up straight away, I would not remember much. So now you're on the spot. Okay, so again, we have this story of Ajamil for a long time already. Classes in Mondays. Prabhupada speaks about Ajamila, Yamadutas, a few chapters there. So, yeah, Prabhupada starting the class, of course, about benefit of chanting. This never works. I mean, just, anyway, it's fine. Just try to, that's okay, don't touch. We touch, you'll spoil, probably. So, Prabhupada speaks about benefit of chanting. That's more or less, that's all what he's doing during the class anyway. So, he said, what Prabhupada says at the beginning, that there is always some kind of police in normal, ordinary life. And he said also that Yamadutas and Vishnudutas are always there. Always. Somehow they're observing whatever we do. So there's no mistake when you die. It happens exactly according to our activities, Prabhupada said. Like a police, always observing who is doing what. They're supposed to be. I mean, police nowadays, I don't know. Some people complain against. I don't want to go into that, get into trouble anyway. So he said, Jai Shri Radha Gokulananda, Sitaram Lakshma Hanuman, Jai Shri Gaurnitai. Open the curtain, please. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Jai Shri Radha Gokulananda. So what Prabhupada says, that we have to practice throughout the life. What he says? What we have to practice throughout the life? Yeah, chanting. Because there is a chance, if you practice during the life, that you may remember the holy name also. Therefore, we're constantly chanting. Even if you don't have a taste at the beginning, even if just constantly chanting. I was thinking, in this regard, yesterday, I had some quotes. I was just reading that why we have such a trouble to remember Krishna, to think of Krishna constantly, even as a devotee. Why is that problem? Like, I guess because we are so used to it to find the satisfaction somewhere else than in Krishna. Like even as a devotees, like we chant holy name. I'm here, Krishna's name is there between. Our mind is used to it, to find satisfaction somewhere else. Is more attracted to something else. That's a problem. Even while chanting, kind of I'm chanting, but maybe for a few moments I'm able to remember Krishna actually and be tuned. Otherwise, just developing schemes and ideas and plan in the mind while chanting. That's our problem. So, but still, we have to chant. And then how to rectify that problem is at least this base, initial base, is to focus on sound vibration, Krishna's name. But not just mindlessly, like, okay, I'm turning myself off and Hare Krishna, the sound on, I don't think on anything else. But be focused means to chant all names very clearly, not just in our mind and chant like broken mantra, which is too often happens among devotees. Very clearly, distinctively, that I can hear, that others can hear full 16 names. If you do this, then your mind will be focused on chanting Hare Krishna. Because this endeavor of trying to hear all 16 names, this will focus you. Mind will not be able to think something else. That's in the beginning. That's the initial thing. Anyway, just one tip, which I do. It helps really, So if you practice, then in time of that, we have a chance to remember Krishna. Why, Prabhupada said, why so liberating holy name? Why is, like he mentioned, you can chant something else, but why chanting Krishna name somehow can give you liberation? Yeah. It's not different from Krishna. Prabhupada many times said, if you chant Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola, then what will this do? Still you are thirsty. I don't know, can Coca-Cola quench your thirst anyway? But it's different substance than Krishna's name. The Prabhupada said, you are not tired by chanting his name 24 hours. Anyone in his experience? Anyone? If you chant 24 hours, you will not be tired. We're getting there, at least we can chant our 16 rounds with focus. Remember what I said before. Focus on the holy name first. All 16 names very clearly. My tip to everyone is take recording device, take your beats, and just chant as you normally do. And then listen what names you're chanting. Must be all 16 names very clearly pronounced for you to hear. You see what you're missing and fix that. The Prabhupada said, lips must be engaged, tongue must be engaged also. Entirely, distinctly, all 16 names chant. That's a chanting. Prabhupada said, is a quote. So practice that. This is my tip, which fixed my chanting greatly. Just to hear what you chant. If somebody tells you, Prabhu, I think you're missing the names. Don't be upset. This is the worst thing you can do. If he doesn't hear your name, that means you don't chant properly. Sit down and think, you want to progress in your chanting, or you want to maintain your self-protective mentality, thinking that you're chanting clearly. What you want? You want to stay forever here or not? Therefore, to be always open, to be corrected, at least in chanting is our base. That's so essential, so essential. Remember that. I'm not supposed to give class. I'm just elaborating what Prabhupada said. But just, some of my tips, which I think is beneficial for everybody. Prabhupada said, then this most easy process in Kali Yuga. Lord Chaitanya came, what he says? It's not that Lord Chaitanya introduced chanting Hare Krishna. What he says, do you remember? Do you remember, class? What he says? Yeah. But Prabhupada said, it's not that Lord Chaitanya came to introduce holy name. He was always powerful, always. But he just came to emphasize that there is no other process but chanting. That's the point. That means the holy name was always powerful. But as the other day was on class, somebody mentioned, in previous yugas, people were so powerful. They were able to meditate, perform such a severe austerities that chanting, that's a kidding, it's like so easy. No. The ability must be engaged in something like very difficult, Tivrena. But in this Kali Yuga, Bhakti is also Tivrena Bhakti Yogena. It's difficult for us. So for Kali Yuga, that's maybe equal austerity than in previous yugas. There was other practices also, which is more or less true for us. We struggling in chanting, do we? Anyway, I'm not supposed to give class. Simply by bhakti, Prabhupada, one can be liberated. Otherwise, why Westerners would chant? He said. Why they will chant? Because they feel some taste for it. Something special in it. I mean, why we maintain for years and years this chanting, these 16 names? Like, why? Why would we do? Like, probably most of us cannot even explain. Even if maybe we don't relish, like we are not in total bliss, but we just can't give up. What is that? Cyrus, why are you chanting for so many years? You struggle sometimes, and then you sometimes say, God, but just can't give up. Why are you chanting?
It's mysterious, actually.
Yeah, it's mysterious. Somebody else, any other, why chant so for so many years, regardless of not being total bliss, maybe?
I must admit, the atmosphere is very difficult, spiritually speaking.
Yeah.
The atmosphere is so contaminated, so polluted. I haven't come across another process that works, makes it easier.
Yeah.
Than to chant. It's very simple. You can do it anywhere, at any time. So it's the best process. So I believe that's why I accepted it and it works.
Yeah.
By practical realization.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can
Yeah. There's some link there which is not just chanting, but it's not just a mere faith also that this may work. It's just somehow you feel this, that there's no doubt it works. Anyway. And Prabhupada said then, why not chanting name of Krishna? He says, why chanting name of Krishna? You can chant any names you like, but it must be name of God, not any other name. So Prabhupada would say this so many times. You can chant name which you are attracted to, whatever. Jesus, Jehovah, I don't know, they chant so many names, but must be name of God. I remember first mantra which was containing names of God for me was many, many years ago. There was a guy, kind of mystic, he made his disciples chant Harim, Horim. Breathing in, Harim, breathing out, exhaling, Horim, like this. I was doing this, and it's just something is in there, like it kind of suits your mind. But Harim, Horim, so his name was Hari. I don't know how he got that. This guy was not Vaishnava, not devotees, no, just some kind of whatever it is. It was mystic something. But mantra was interesting, So definitely, whoever chant, you will get benefit. What says? When Muslim guy was going to pass through, then what he said? Boar kill him right on the spot, and he was chanting, "Oh, haram!" He was liberated because haram. He was chanting the name of Hari. So like this, like the holy name is like Krishna is clever. He puts to this so-called guru some kind of mantra which contains his name. So anyway, what's it?
Many people are called Krishna. This is an Indian name because when you go to India, there's so many people with the name Krishna.
Yeah, because they have the name of Krishna.
But try chanting another name and then you will find
Yeah.
with that, even if it's an Indian name, so-called, still chant Krishna.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like like what says here in this chapter when Yamaraja asks his servants, to whom we shall bring to you for judgment, and then he said, those who never ever chant holy name even once, those who not perform their duties in connection with Vishnu, those who never bow down in front of Krishna. Bring me those. Even once. So if you even once chant, Yamadutas will be at least not so horrible to you. Because some devotees, they see Yamadutas. Probably some stories that even like Maharaj Yudhishthir, he saw, but it was different treated him when he came to, because he didn't want to speak lies. Yeah, it was the reason. And then when it came to the Yamaloka, then of course Yamaraj offered him obeisances. And then Yudhishthira wanted to see the hell, and Yamaraj warned him, please don't, it's just too terrible. And he was insisting, and then he showed him a hell. It was horrible, much more than we can describe. It's described in that fifth canto, in Mahabharata. You can read about terrible. He saw the hell, but that's a different way. Ordinary person goes to hell, and saintly devotees is different. And so Krishna, Lord Chaitanya, of course, introduced the holy name of Krishna, particularly because it's most powerful. As you said, what says that? The names of Ram, names of Narayan, names of Krishna. Do you remember this analogy about power of holy name? Anyone remember? Yes, David, you remember.
I think for one name of Krishna is the same as 1,000 names of Lord Ram.
No, one name of Narayan. 1,000 names of Narayan is like one name of Ram, and then 3 names of Ram. Therefore, this Kali Yuga is so thick and dense that mercy cannot penetrate. Therefore, most powerful name is given, which is personal name of Krishna. Therefore, Lord Chaitanya came for that reason. Doesn't matter, qualified or not qualified, Prabhupada said in lecture, doesn't matter, just give it, So he said, what he said later on in the same lecture, that, he makes a process. He sends so many servants to reclaim conditioned souls. And he personally comes also. Can you imagine that? Just somehow or other, give them most powerful process. Personally, I came. God personally came, personally. Just, there's not a chance. I'll go there. And he came. It's incredible. So take advantage of this. That says it, a mantra, this verse, Krishna Tvisham, what's the name? Krishna Tvisham, Krishna Varnam, Tvisha Krishna, yeah. So he came with personal associates and with the weapon. In previous ages, he will use weapon to kill, actually, Sudarshan Chakra. But in this year, what is his weapon? What Prabhupada said. What is weapon of Lord Chaitanya? Holy name is, Sankirtan, yeah. He is reason to protect devotees and to punish miscreants, always. But, Prabhupada said, yeah, Hari Sankirtan, this will kill their sinful activities. It will not kill, there is no killing. Although he wanted to kill Jagai and Madai. And Lord Tina stopped him, said, you didn't came for this reason. Stop it. No killing, no bloodshed. You came to give holy name. This is how you kill the ignorance, the sinful activities. Yeah, Prabhupada said that Lord Chaitanya is most munificent. Even if nobody has qualification, I mentioned. Yeah, nobody has qualification, save them, doesn't matter. A siddhi means, what Prabhupada said in the end, what siddhi means, actual siddhi means. Sorry? Yeah, but Prabhupada said, real siddhi means to understand that I'm not this body, but the spirit soul. That's a siddhi, Prabhupada said. Interesting. Many mystic siddhis, but that's a siddhi. To understand that I'm not material body. And Prabhupada mentioned of philosophers, different philosophers, philosophizing so many things. He's a philosopher. He doesn't even know distinction between body and soul. So what's that philosophy? It's a philosophy of cats and dogs, Prabhupada said. Greatly intelligent philosophers, cats and dogs. Anyway, so Vishnudutas came immediately because Yamaraj, Prabhupada on Marian says he was chanting Narayan. As soon as he chanting Narayan, Vishnudutas came. Stop. He's free. And there was this big confusion for Yamadutas. As the story developed later on, they will inquire from Yamaraj, how is that? Anyway, these are my notes. Anyone has something striking to say? Yes, David?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, I was just wondering about, it mentioned that the holy name is the same as Lord Krishna, it's non-different.
Yeah.
And then Sri Prabhupada says that, particularly in this age, the holy name has more potency, special potency. So I'm wondering how can I have special potency if it's always Krishna? How can I have more potency in one age than another?
As I mentioned before, you don't take seriously. Like nobody was just able to just give up their pride or whatever, to just take such a simple process. Even for us, as a devotee, we have these stages in chanting. Aparada, and then Namabhas, Shuddhana. If you don't believe, Prabhupada said, if you make offenses and then you can chant Bahu Janma Koti, life after life even, before you get liberated. How is that? You're chanting them. You may avoid hell, you may avoid sinful activity, but you will be born again. See, we're very sluggish, without this like remote, like chanting just sound vibration, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Eventually we have to connect name of person, Krishna, when you chant. And then you make this leap out of stagnation. Cyrus, you don't believe me, okay. Maybe you have something revealing that can teach me lessons.
No, I was just thinking, reflecting, and maybe just speculating. But what would it be like? Because it's a very turbulent age, very difficult time we're going through. What would have happened if we didn't get the holy name?
What would happen with?
No, what would have happened if we didn't have the holy name?
Whoa.
That's what I'm thinking, you see. I mean, okay, there might not be an answer, direct answer to that, but it's just something I ponder.
We would meditate. If we are spiritual, we would try to meditate. We would try it, Harim, my mantra. We would, same, let's say, before you came to Krishna consciousness, what you've been doing for years. It's not that we just pump in a Krishna consciousness straight away, all of us. We were seekers. Are we? Spiritual seekers, trying this. So this is what we would do. We would continue seeking and trying, life after life, seeking and trying. That's what we would do without holy name. It's not even a holy name. I would say that without Prabhupada, I don't know, he penetrated the densest darkness of ignorance somehow in broad holy name. This is so incredible. Just because of him, we have a holy name.
The Christians would also say they have the holy name.
It's fine, Prabhupada say here, chant.
Because going to church, and it was so joyful,
Yes, I remember that.
Praise and worship to Christ. It was so exalted.
Yeah, evangelists, a beautiful dance and chanting. Yeah.
But the thing is, even though it was exalted, it was a little bit, I won't say superficial, but more was needed, you see? A little bit more.
Yeah. So that's therefore you realize that. Therefore you got more. Prabhupada said you can go to a certain level and get stuck there. And worst thing is like Bhaktivedanta Swami's seminars. He says, worst thing is that you get stuck on that level and you think this is highest. And you try to believe that, and then you think everything else, this is my level. Are you stuck there? Or you can stuck there for lifetimes. But there is more. Those fortunate like you from evangelists or whatever, you needed more, something juicy, something deeper. Therefore, you continue you've been open, must be more. And this seeking brought you here, like all of us. Somehow or other, I don't know. This is a wonder, you cannot explain. Yes?
Also because in the Christian religion, they believe that, okay, you try and you try to practice, but then you will go to paradise, and then you will see paradise,
and
then you will experience more.
Oh, I see.
But in process you can experience the end
Here, yeah.
here now, in this life, in this body. That's a difference.
Yeah. Yeah. So you want to say that they're living just kind of wishful thinking, sort of hope that he may work, and maybe they end up in paradise. Like, this it must be some appropriating, following taste which will maintain you, and like a food. Okay, you feel something. It's not just like hope and hope and hope, mere belief or something. Anyway, there's a lady in the back there.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, for me, I feel there's fear in the other religions. There is fear. If you do this, you will go to hell. If you do this, you know that is the fear. Whether it is Christianity or Muslims,
what makes them
there is fear. So that is why that fear makes them do whatever they. But in Krishna consciousness, there is no fear. It is very simple. The chanting, it involves all the senses. It keeps you occupied. It makes you connect with this with Paramatma. So, and there is no fear there. You do this, then only you will get heaven.
Yeah.
And I see in my friends who are practicing other religions, I see there's so much of fear. You have to do this, otherwise there is no relief.
That's a good point.
The Mahamantra is very simple. Any child can chant it. And I've seen when I come here, little children with the bag, they keep chanting. It is so simple. There is nothing to memorize. Whereas in Christianity, Muslim or Hindus as well, there is so much to memorize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all my thought. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol.